rest your head, 'cause tomorrow will rise. And light the streets with a fire burning in our eyes. If it be your will, would you right all that's wrong? 'Cause everyone I know is singing sad country songs. And grab your horn and blow. Old storm is coming, batting hatches down. Gotta get the wife and children, oh, and the kids not far from town. They say what's going on, always things finally coming back around. And the storm ain't blowing over by the look of these clouds. Oh, need a revival for our survival. Oh, gonna reach on at the heavens, testify. Oh, need a revival for our survival, to save us from the train wreck right down the line. Oh, politicians.
Yes, the main school on the island, this is the cafeteria. It's now been converted to an art center for the Chincoteague Cultural Alliance. Hard to envision what it was before, but...
Now, did you come here when you were a kid?
Yes. Yes.
So what is it like to perform here and to see shows here when you used to get lunch here?
Well, initially it was kind of hard to get over that. The space has changed so much, but now I kind of see it as it is now. But
yeah.
I do remember the lunches here and getting in line and all that. It seemed much bigger back then.
When you were growing up here, what were the arts? What was the role of the arts in this community versus what it has become now?
That is really two different animals. We really didn't have much in the way of an arts culture here. We had a theater that showed movies on occasion, but nothing outside of it. No music, no theater, nothing. Now it's blossomed. We have quite a bit. I think last year they had over 150 different events sponsored by the Chincoteague Cultural Alliance.
Yeah. When that change was happening and more arts were coming in here, you know, was it a hard sell for people in the community to get behind it, or was it something that they were yearning for a long time?
Many were yearning for it, I think, and embraced it right away. We're still today, though, after 10 years, still trying to grasp some of that local audience.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard.
It's amazing to me in such a seasonal town. You know, everybody thinks come to Chincoteague in the summertime for the horses and the beach and the whole thing. But here we are in January and it's Saturday and this place is packed.
So you see there is some excitement about the arts, but it's a small space. We love to expand. We'd love to do more. We'd love to do more with children. And it's a slow little creep.
Yeah.
And soon you get them all behind you.
Baby, you go your way.
Lexi, your story is really amazing of how you became. Tell me how you got to Chincoteague from New York City. You know, working to be an actress.
Director. I had no money or really kind of no future possibilities, and my parents were here, so I came here.
Right.
And I went to the Chincoteague Cultural Alliance and I said, I think I want to start a theater company. Do you think anybody would be interested? And they were like, sure, we'll come, we'll support you, we'll give you a little bit of money to start.
Right.
And we just started real small, doing some readings and just casual circles, reading plays aloud and talking about them. And it just.
How long did it take to catch on? I mean, did you find that when you got here, obviously you wanted to integrate something into the community that wasn't there,
right,
which is why you wanted to do this. But how long did it take to catch on? And explain what it was like once it did.
It took like a year to catch on, because I first had to get everybody to trust me that I knew what I was talking about, because I was 24 at the time,
right,
and I looked like I was 14.
Yeah. And most of the people that were auditioning for your plays
were much older than me.
Retired.
Yes, retired. I am still younger than most of their kids, and to get them to trust me, I was putting them in a very vulnerable position in front of people, and they didn't have to memorize lines at first.
Yeah.
But I was kind of teaching them how to act and how to put on a play, and even though I had a degree and could show that I had a degree, I had to prove that I knew what I was doing.
But now when you guys are putting on shows at the Chincoteague Island Theater Company, you're selling out multiple shows of every play that you do. It's really been a remarkable story over the past 2-3 years, what you've accomplished here.
Right.
I mean, does it feel, as you look back to the beginning of when you started this, does it feel mildly surreal that it's gotten to the point that it has?
It feels absolutely surreal, right? Because people have, came in the beginning because they just wanted something to do, they liked theater, and now we have people that come back because they know the plays are good, and the acting is good. And in the beginning, when we didn't have a lot of money and a lot of things to build a set with, we focused more on the acting and the storytelling, and made sure that conveyed better than a set did. But now we actually are at a place where we can build a set and have costumes made for us, and great things like that. So,
do you think that if the Chincoteague Arts Alliance wasn't here, and your theater company, and these types of events that we're here tonight for, I mean, a rural coastal community like Chincoteague that's so seasonal, do you think it runs the risk of becoming sort of an arts desert if it wasn't for organizations like this?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, before the Chincoteague Cultural Alliance, there was nothing. There was no public arts events. There were no plays, there were no concerts, there were no movies in the park or coffee houses or anything like that. This was an arts desert.
How important do you think the arts have become in this community?
I think they've become really significant as something that is looked forward to, instead of something we're trying to encourage people to come to and try and convince them to come to. They actually look forward to coming.
Because I did. So, baby, there's too many folks sitting around bitching, dissing all them lies that they've been told. Baby, you say I ain't no gentleman. You gotta admit, little girl, that you ain't no lady. You say that I'm too different people. Even your mama says that you're 50 shades of crazy. But you can't be the victim when you're the one holding the gun. You can't go cry, baby, now saying that you're lonely when you go running from everyone. She said there's too many cooks in the kitchen, dissing up a little something. Say go feed yourself, baby, there's too many folks sitting around bitching, they've been told. Oh, baby, now life keeps flying by at a blind pace. You're stuck in traffic and you're always running late. That's why I got no time for the politics you're pitching. Honestly, your truth is nothing more than blessing.
know this world needs much more than a Coke and hammer and nails to fix all that is broke. Do you treat your mama, baby, like you treat your country? It ain't hard to gamble